Good evening everyone and welcome to Apex Racing TV. My name is Ryan Walker and alongside me on the cameras is Marco Barbanera. Tyler Vickery should be here with us shortly. But tonight sees the BSR MX5 Monday Cup head to the wonderful track that is Imola. And yeah, Marco, Imola, it's always been known in real life for hosting the real life Formula 1 Grand Prix at Imola, and it's always produced some fantastic racing. And tonight in the MX5 around the Sunversion, I think we could be in for some close racing.
Absolutely, hello everyone, just waiting for Tyler to jump in. You are right talking about the Grand Prix. In fact, the only Grand Prix of F1 I've ever watched live was here back in 2002, and it was not a very good race, but the sound of those V10 engines was absolutely amazing. Today we have slightly less powerful engines, but the fun should be much better than that 2002 race because it's the MX5 Monday Cup and we have around 30 drivers signed up for the race. We'll see how many will take the start, all in preparation for tomorrow's MX5 regular series round. With both the pros and the AMs, and I know Sam, I'm sorry, I'm so used of talking to Sam. Ryan, of course, this track, all the elevation changes, the famous corners, it has changed a bit over the years, but I'd say that the character of the track is still there, and if possible, the changes they've made a few years ago, in around the mid 2000s, after F1 left, made the track even faster, which is something that is not very usual because you see trucks getting slower and slower, but they changed the final part of the lap, and basically now from the second Rivazza corner down to the first corner we have basically a massive straight with also a kink, and the start finish line is in the middle of that kink, so I'm expecting some very close finishes and some great racing all around.
Absolutely, we're just coming to. Yeah, I was going to say I think we're coming to a close in qualifying. But yeah, as soon as qualifying comes to a close, we'll take you through the grid. So have you got any experience around here in the MX5, Marco? I mean, myself, I've done some races around here in the MX5 last season, and I found it really good fun.
I never raced the MX5s around here, but I raced the Skip Barber this week, by the way, because it was this week, and it was an absolute pleasure I maintain that usually on iRacing, the lower the horsepower, the bigger the fun, and driving these cars around and having to fight with all your opponents very closely is something that is absolutely fantastic, and I think, Ryan, we should have the starting grid on your screens right now.
Absolutely. Pole position is Carl Giacoletti. That's a fantastic pole position for Carl. Second place is Gregory Gianni. Alongside him in third is Consta Arthur. Fourth place is Carl Hardy for the result clothing. Fifth place alongside him is Jez Banks. Sixth place is John M. Roberts for Boosted Motorsport. Good to see John out this evening. Seventh place is Gabriel Farias. Eighth place is Steve Cooley. Ninth place is John McDonald, and rounding at the top 10 is Steve Hefford. And yeah, just waiting for the lights to come on. And is there any predictions that you have for race one, Marco?
I'm expecting, first race the drivers will have to keep an eye on their, getting used to the track, getting used to their opponents. So I think could be a very interesting race one of three, I might add. So as we just wait a few seconds from the end of the gridding period, as we have a few cars left, we are almost ready to go.
Absolutely, yep. Just waiting for, as Marco says, just waiting for the remaining cars to grid up in the grid. I know that some of the pro drivers might start in the pit lane or maybe hang back when the lights go out, just to let the arm drivers go by and have a fair advantage as the lights come on. And yep, just wait for the lights go out, and away we go. Carl Giacomo gets a brilliant start from Gregory Gianni, but he wants to half his quickly up into second place as they head down into turn 1. Fourth place is Carl Hardy for result clothing as they head down into turn 1. It'll be interesting to see if everyone makes it through nice and clean as Arthur gets sideways and spins. Also by the way, Tyler Vickery's joined us in the booth as well. Good to see you, Tyler.
Yeah, it's definitely good to be back.
As they're just coming through the first few corners as well, and Carl Hardy's up to third. John Roberts is up to fifth. As they head up to this little hairpin. As it looks like everyone's made it through. Everyone's made it through the first few corners nice and clean, Marco.
Absolutely, seems to be everything. Everything seems to be okay. As soon as Tyler is ready and rolling, I will just go back to my. Oh, the leader is off.
Whoa! That was Chocolate. Came in at the right time, I guess.
That big issues for Carl Jackley. Oh, absolutely gutting. After getting pole position, he bins it. But I wonder if just watching the replay to see what happened, and it looks like it just looks like Jackley just got sideways in the middle of the corner, and he was just a passenger from there on in.
Yeah, really unfortunate there.
As they come up to the chicane, and it looks like Pete Van Gogh is trying to make a move, and he's up the inside.
I have to admit, I'm kind of impressed that Chocolate is still able to drive that car, especially with how much damage.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking back up at the front as well. It looks like John Roberts is up in third place, and it's been a good first lap from John, and he's managed to get up into third place. So who knows? But you might be able to go and challenge for the win. As Carl Hardy is trying to make a move on Luis Fernandez.
It looks like Hardy should have the momentum coming around, heading towards the first turn, which is more of a complex corners of two different chicanes. Looks like Carl's going to be able to barely squeeze by.
Yeah, it was like Fernandez was trying to take a sneaky look up the inside as we look back up at the front. We look at Jez Banks, who's up into second place now. It's a good start from Jez, and managing to keep out of trouble on the first lap, and made a good start and up into second place. But right behind Jez is John Roberts. We know how feisty John can be at times, and he's not one that's afraid to make any moves when he has to.
Absolutely, yeah. As we were on board with Steve Cooley there for a little bit, Gregory Gianni had a really great dive bomb move to be able to make it work, but Cooley's got the better run, and it looks like he'll be able to get that position back. Still another cutback, though, and it's going to be a nice little battle here for fourth place currently, as they're getting into another really technical section now, which, I heard someone went off a little bit, maybe. Don't know who it was.
Yeah, I heard some tire squeal in the back. I heard a crunch as well, so it looks like someone might be in the wall possibly.
Yeah, it's never a good thing when that happens.
As Gregory Gianni tries to make a move, and John Roberts has got to slow down.
Yep. Yeah, if you go too far, I think with that area, if you go too far wide, or if you cut the last part of the chicane, I want to say, you're more than likely going to get a slowdown penalty for it. So you have to be very cautious. You can be aggressive in that chicane for that sector there, but you have to be very cautious at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. But just looking back up at the front of this battle for third place between Gregory Gianni, Steve Cooley, and who's behind him? My live timing was playing up there for a second.
And Austin Green.
It's been a good start from Austin as well. As a name I don't recognise, but it seems to be having a good run at the moment, and looks like he's up into 8th place ahead of Luis Fernandez. Fernandez tries to sneak up the inside on the exit of turn 1, but it's good to see Imola providing some close put as Fernandez goes up the inside and tries to Fernandez is getting a bit feisty.
Yeah, the battles are getting really interesting. Looking back up the front now, Gregory Gianni's now taking over the lead on Yez Banks. I wonder if Yez might have made a mistake somewhere. But at the same time, with these guys fighting, Constant Arthur just pulling away with a 4-second gap. And I don't know how much longer it'll be before he's completely.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to mention that as well. Arthur has managed to build up a big gap to the rest of these guys, and yeah, if these guys keep scrapping away, it's just going to give Arthur a chance to just increase that gap even further.
Yeah, definitely. As we're watching now from chopper view of the battle between Yez Banks, Steve Cooley, and Joe McDonald. Right now, everyone running clean, using as much of that rumble strip as they can coming out of that chicane. They can be able to be a little bit aggressive out there, but they just have to still watch it though, and not to be too far out. Otherwise, the slowdown will really hurt them. As Yes, Banks further in the screen was going off track there, but Joe McDonald looks like he might have a little bit of a better run and the draft on Steve Cooley heading down to the start-finish line.
Yeah, absolutely. As these guys head onto the home straight, and it looks like McDonald's got a running Cooley, and it could be, but no, it looks like McDonald's maybe just doing the sensible thing and just tucking in behind, and maybe just maybe just thinking of the wall.
Maybe looking at it as well. Just right now, Constant Arthur almost a 5-second gap to these guys, 4-second gap to Gregory Gianni, and then Yes Banks not that far ahead of this little group here fighting for fourth.
Yeah, this is a brilliant battle for fourth between Cooley, McDonald, between Banks, Cooley, McDonald, and Hardy. And looking back up at the front towards Gianni, he's managed to build up a bit of a gap to Jez Banks now. And yeah, it looks like this will be a battle for third place between these four guys. As we can't really just look at Arthur getting a bit, say, running wide a little bit. I don't know. Just looking at the gap, it's gone down a little bit. So I don't know if he ran wide or got a slowdown.
Yeah, he went a little wide there, but I don't think he would get a slowdown unless he's keeping an eye to see what he did here. Oh yeah, he did. He went a little wide. If he kept it in line, he probably would have had another off track there. But I don't think he got a slow.
Yeah, I think he just got away with that. I think it's that green AstroTurf part of the track on the exit of the corner. If you take too much of that, you get a slowdown. And yeah, I've had plenty of goals around here as well, and it's never a slowdown around here can cost you big time.
Yeah, definitely, and with how especially I think as well, it probably throws some of the drivers off guard, especially with the AstroTurf, as some of the AstroTurf, they can still technically call the track, like even though like how on the right hand side as we were going through the start finish line, how that's more painted, but there are certain parts of the track where you can use that AstroTurf and be able to get a little bit more meta and somewhat take an advantage. But then there's other portions of the track where it's completely off limits, and it just really throws a lot of the drivers off guard.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're on board with Joe McDonald at the moment, currently sitting in sixth position, and it's been a good run for Joe so far. It's been pretty quiet, but he's managed to catch up to this pack of cars in front of him, and yeah, it looks like he'll be involved in this battle for third place in no time.
Yeah, definitely. Cooley right now about 0.6 of a second behind Yes Banks. Actually, it's a full second, but we're looking further back. John Roberts, 39 at Pete Van Gool had a little bit of a moment there, but John Roberts is working his way back up after having an unfortunate off track that led to a slowdown penalty, and that shows how much momentum he lost. As we're looking back now at the battle between Cooley and Carl Hardy side by Hardy decides to check up a little bit as they come into the last chicane, using as much of the chicane of the rumble strip chicane as they can and getting back down on the power. Yeah. Looks like Carl Hardy's got a little bit more momentum as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're just riding on board, or we were riding on board with Steve Cool, and it looks like Hardy got the run on the exit of the chicane, and he moves
Oh, he
around.
overshot it though.
I wonder
Joe
if he might get a
McDonald
slow
had
down
to
for
make
that.
a little bump on it.
Oh, Cooley might get a slow. Oh, yeah, I think Cooley's got a slow down because he took well too much inside curb.
Yeah, I don't think it was well, it might have been a slowdown. Yeah, he's slowing up a lot more. Yeah, that's the only thing that I cannot understand with iRacing. I mean, he did lose a lot of time. I can understand like a minimal slowdown, but not like a big slowdown like that. That really hurts, especially when you already made a mistake and gone.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's the thing that confuses me with iRacing as well. It's some parts of the track, if you even if you don't take too much, you still get a slowdown for it sometimes. But yeah, I know that's if you do it around to it costs you big time. As we look at Carl Hardy at the moment, currently sitting in 4th place, and yeah, it's been a good run. It's been a good run by Carl so far for him and the result team at the moment. And I think unfortunately one of their teammates is not around tonight, McBarry, after suffering from some health issues. As yeah, who was that? That was John Roberts and Graham Sesford.
Yeah, that was a close call. Almost got collected. Yeah, there and yeah, we're definitely keeping Mick Barry in thoughts, especially with one of the health issues that we heard a little bit ago. So we're definitely keeping you in our thoughts there, Mick. Ooh, yeah, that was a little too much contact there for Graham Sesford getting involved with John Roberts there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was just a bit of bumping and rubbing as we look back up at the battle for 4th place between Carl Hardy and Joe McDonald. And yeah, just looking at the gap between Constant Arthur and Gregory Gianni, yeah, that gap between them is coming down a little bit. I think I'm looking at the gap now. I think it's around about 4 seconds, 4 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, the gap between Yez Banks and Gregory Gianni is on 4-second gap, so that's definitely a big difference there between 3rd and 2nd, and even 2nd to 1st is still, I mean, is still almost a little less than a 2-second gap. So definitely some big differences here in the for the podium spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Joe McDonald's took 4th position from Carl Hardy. He managed to make the move before turn 1, and a fantastic move from Joe.
Yeah, taking the inside line there, having the opportunity to hang on to an inside, it was to get the momentum and make that great pass. Now, Carl Hardy being about half a second behind from being overtaken, and Carl Hardy's going to have the opportunity pretty soon. We should be getting close to where we're starting to get into the little bit longer straights. He might be able to take some of that draft and take advantage if possible, as they are closing in on Yez Banks a little bit, but with with a little less than 2 minutes to go in the race, I don't know. Should be coming up to the final lap this time by, as Constant Arthur's about a little more than halfway through working lap number 7. As next lap should be the white flag, as we have about a minute left to go on the time clock.
Yep, absolutely. Just looking back at this battle for 4th place, it's like Carl Hardy might be. I was going to say I thought Carl Hardy was making a move up the inside, but Joe McDonald manages to hold the position as they head up to the chicane. Just looking at the leader, Constant Arthur, coming into the final corner, and yeah, I'm looking at the gap, and it's definitely come down to round about 1 second, or just under 1 second.
Yeah, Gregory Gianni running really good pace right now. As we're coming to the line, I honestly think it should still be white flag, as it still be white flag, as we're right now with 15 seconds left to go before the 15 minutes elapse. So it's going to be a big battle here for the win between Constant Arthur and Gregory Gianni.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what happened to Arthur. I don't know if he got a slowdown possibly or not, but Gianni's managed to haul him down and just close that gap down as well, and just
Yeah,
unbelievable rate. As always, McDonald and
ooh,
Hardy are going at it into turn 1.
Absolutely, yeah. And actually, I'm looking at the lap times. That last lap time, Gregory Gianni actually ran almost a full second, 1.2 seconds quicker than Constant Arthur. Constant Arthur ran a 2 minute and 6.1, while Gregory Gianni ran a 2:04.9, which is the quickest lap time in the session. So definitely putting the pedal to the metal now against Gregory Gianni, and he's got a good opportunity to fight here for the win with a few corners remaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think Gianni's best chance of trying to get by Arthur is possibly getting a good run in the exit of the chicane and maybe trying to make a move up the inside into the second to last corner. Yeah, Gianni's got a brilliant run as he head up to the chicane, and I wonder if he'll try and make a move here. He's trying it. He's trying to distract Arthur a little bit. But let's see if Gianni gets a good run in the exit of the chicane.
Yeah, Gianni,
Arthur
everyone's
runs
going
wide.
wide, but they have the best opportunity. Is Gregory's got to get the best run out of the corner, getting into the long straightaway, and that'll be his best opportunity to win. All
Absolutely.
Constant Arthur, he just has to pretty much defend as much as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
We're coming up to the final few corners,
another good run by the both
like
go wide.
Arthur's just going to hold on for the one though, and as they head
Should
up
be
to
enough.
as they come up to the last corner, and yeah, it's Constant Arthur's going to take the win in race one, and Gregory Gianni is just going to finish behind him just behind him as Jez Banks heads up to the line for a terrific third place, and Joe McDonald's going to take the fourth from Carl Hardy in fifth, and we're just waiting for Jamie Ayres to come across the line in sixth. Yep, Jamie Ayres finishes in sixth. Steve Cooley will finish in seventh. Nick McCarron, sorry, will finish in eighth. Pete Van Gogh will finish in ninth, and in tenth place will be Gabriel Faria. So yeah, that's race one in the books, and yeah, that was pretty good to watch, Tyler.
Yeah, definitely. Whoa.
Everyone's gone.
Taking a look at Gabriel, and yeah, all I heard was a big engine explode, and that was never a good sign. But they're all just having fun and games after the finish. So kind of don't blame them there.
Yeah, it was like everyone just crossed the line and it was like, yeah, let's just wreck our cars. So yeah, that was a good race to kick off the evening, and I think from my experience in the MX5 or the Advanced Mazda series, I've always enjoyed racing around Imola in the MX5, and yeah, it's great fun. Yeah, just waiting for the results to come up on screen, and they will take you through the finishing results. And yeah, I think race two and race three, I'm looking forward to as
Yeah, right now the only car that still needs to finish right now is Graham Sesford, as he was almost lapped by this pace of Constant Arthur and Gregory Gianni were running. So he should be coming around to the last corner now. Yeah, as we can see him in view now, coming through the last two corners. So should be about another 20 seconds, and we should be able to get the results up on the screen for you.
yep, absolutely. Yeah, just wait for the results to come up on screen, and we'll take
Should
you.
be hitting finish line now.
Oh yeah, I forgot someone else is still running. My bad. Yeah, results are up on your screen now. We'll take you through them. Just finishing in first place and taking the win in race one is Constant Arthur. Just behind him in second place is Gregory Gianni. Third place is Jez Banks. Fourth place is Joe McDonald. Fifth place is Carl Hardy for Result Clothing. Sixth place is Jamie Ayres. Seventh place is Steve Cooley. Eighth place is Nick McCarron. Ninth place is Pete Van Gogh. Uh, Pete Van Gogh in ninth, sorry. And finishing in 10th place and rounding out the top 10 is Gabriel Farias.
11th place is going to be Luis Fernandez. 12th is going to be John Roberts. Jason Cooper finishing in 13th. Simon Watton in 14th. David Ayres in 15th. Carl Jacquelet getting involved in a really unfortunate accident. Still able to drive the car and be able to finish on the lead lap. So great comeback there for Jacquelet, finishing in 16th. Then Julian Colstenhuber finishing in 17th. John Moore in 18th. Graham Statsford in 19th, and then Austin Green and Kip Stevens finishing a lap down in 20th and 21st. And then the rest of the grid is all drivers that took practice times but did not qualify or taken in any part of the race.
Absolutely. As race 1 is in the books, and yeah, we're just going to go for a short break right now. So, but don't go anywhere. Make sure to come back for race 2. So don't go anywhere. Make a cup of tea or get a biscuit or whatever, and sit down and relax. So yeah, we'll see you in a few moments time.
Smash it. Great job, you did really well.
Can Nikolai Bogotayev hold on to that lead? It's Gary Croft alongside him on the front row. And away we go here at Phillip Island for race 2 of the evening. And it's an awesome start. Who is that? Gary Croft is in the lead of the race currently. Brenton O'Brien in second place. Dom Gantek got an awesome start. It's a poor start for Nikolai Bogotayev though. And so round turn 1, it's all very, very close between those top 3. Jamie McKnight trying to get involved as well. He's moved up into 4th place. It's an awful start for Bogotayev.
Oh, Johnny Brandon, where is he going?
Whoa! And it's the championship leader, Johnny Brandon, off the circuit. He's dropped right to the rear of the field, just further up. That's Foggy going side by side with someone. It's also side by side potentially for 2nd position. Damon Ganter trying to get the move. Jamie McKnight's all over the place, and they could be 3 wide. And there's a car on the grass somehow not making contact with the drivers going through the hairpin. It's a crazy start. Jamie McKnight has moved up into 2nd position now, 2nd in the championship, and whilst his main championship rival is in the grass, he's made an awesome start. Foggy just leads.
Oh, there's crash, there's a big crash.
Oh dear, the leading
Croft
two.
and McKnight.
It's Croft and McKnight. What an incredible start to this race. And they are both in the grass. And Jake McKnight, just as it looked like he could make up a whole heap of points on Johnny Brandon, just made a bit of contact, avoidable from both. And it leaves Brenton O'Brien in the lead of this race.
They didn't hold off with their, I mean, the gloves were off because they were beating and banging, as Bingham also has got some trouble. He's dropping fast, and now we have a 3-way.
Cracknell in the lead.
Well, Cracknell is in the lead, and look at that, because Foggy still hasn't gone around O'Brien there, and Ganter is in 4th, Mass is in 5th place. What a fantastic start. It's all happening.
What's a lap from Michael Cracknell? He's gone from 4th
Foggy
to 1st, and Foggy is nearly off the circuit. He might still pull off the move though. This would be incredible. Trying to push him off, and there's more contact. And O'Brien is off the circuit. He's going to get a slowdown, and this could be really costly for him and Foggy, because around the outside goes Damon Ganter, surely to take 2nd position in this race. Side by side through the final corner, and across the start-finish line they go. This is an incredible first opening couple of laps. It does mean that Michael Cracknell has got a 2-second lead, but they're side by side. Brenton O'Brien versus Damon Ganter. Brenton O'Brien started in 3rd position. He had an awesome start, but Ganter is trying to get the move done. He can't get it done. He can get it done. O'Brien down into 3rd position as we see more cars off in the background. I think that's Bogotayev.
I think it's Jackson, and we see, oh no, crash again in the back.
Car.
Whiting and Brandon.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's still
Terrible.
changes for position in 2nd position, by the way. We should just cut to this, I think, quickly. O'Brien has got back, and Foggy's trying to get the move as well. So O'Brien, is in 2nd position. He's somehow caught back up to Ganter, and Ganter's lost another position here to Foggy, has he? Yes, he has. So Ganter, from a really strong 2nd position, he's lost it again. Yeah, Jackson trying to get that move currently on Alex Mass in 5th position.
Jackson is around. Oh, he saved it maybe, yes, but he's losing a lot of time.
Brian is giving Michael Cracknell a huge helping hand for potentially his first race victory of this season, because he is now 4 seconds out in the lead. Back comes Nico Foggy though. Down the inside, he's going to have the outside for the next one. They're going to be so deep on the brakes here. And Foggy is all the way round. Can he just push him off ever so slightly? Brenton O'Brien, because Foggy will have the inside for the next corner if he can't do so. And Foggy is going to have the inside for the next corner. And Foggy is up into 2nd position now.
Oh, Klusterman, Ganter. Ganter is around. Klusterman went into the grass, lost a couple of positions. No damage for him, but Ganter lost. He's down to P15. Man, Sam, the action is non-stop in the 2nd race. We need a split screen, absolutely.
Yeah, a few screens, don't we? That was, whose fault was that? Oh, Ganter just spun ahead of Policeman, to be fair. And wasn't a whole lot he could do. It does mean that Alex Mass, remember, in his first ever feature race is running in P4. What a performance this is.
Big damage from Tony.
What's happened to him again?
I think he got some damage from that contact there. Oh, his teammate pushes him out. Oh man. Wow, it's all happening. We are only 6 laps in, and we see Now Mas in third place on the inside of the first corner. Fantastic move by Mas on O'Brien.
Oh, Warming's got ahead of O'Brien, sorry.
Yeah, O'Brien I think is in the grass because his name is flashing in red.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he spun around.
Oh, that's so annoying for Brenton O'Brien. Has Warmingham gone and hit him here? I wonder if he has. Oh, was there a little bit of a tap down? Not quite sure. If there was, then it was very innocent there from Richard Warming.
So yeah, I mean, halfway through the race, 16 of 32, I think if they are changing tires, this is the moment that they have to stop. As we see, Warmingham throwing his car, and Mas is around, I think.
Oh, no. That's so disappointing for Alex Massey. He hasn't lost any positions, though. Johnny Brandon, yeah, just behind. Oh, and actually, Warmingham letting him back past, and he's going to let past his teammate.
He's damaged.
Oh,
He is damaged. He is damaged.
Oh, that's clumsy from Richard Warmingham.
I think he is damaged.
Yeah.
Onboard view of the crash. Thank you, Sam Kumo, behind the cameras. Yeah, front contact, definitely. So he didn't hit with his. No, he was just waiting for his opponent. Yeah, that was a clumsy mistake, Sam. You are completely right.
Yeah, and you'll see, just he gets on the power on the grass.
It would be just a small thing, but I think if Ma stays out, he will lead his first lap. No, he's in, so no. I'm wrong even in the little things. Oh, he's around! No, this was on you, Sam. I'm sorry. You just talked about it.
Damien Gansard trying to get the move here on, trying to defend. No, sorry, trying to get the move on Alex Mass. Sorry about that. And yeah, Gansard down the inside, Mass around the outside, almost off the circuit. And can he possibly get the car stopped? Yes, he can. A little bit sideways on the apex. Gansard, though, as we've seen so many times this race, if you can just carry the speed around that hairpin, you get a nice little run into this one. And as he goes down the inside Doman, he might just be able to pull ahead. No, he won't be able to. Alex Mass is sticking in there. What a brilliant debut performance this is from him. Apart from a little bit of spin on the pit entry, he has been absolutely superb. And Doman Gansard, I sometimes doubt his race car. Boy, was that good, Marco. He is up into 7th position.
I mean, he would like to get another position that would benefit, and of course, McKnight being one of the championship contenders, would be nice to put some points on him as well. Oh, Tony on the outside, drifting wildly. That was a bit too much, I think, and this will give a little bit of respite for McKnight in order to catch his breath for a bit and maybe fend off other lunges from Kusterman later in the race.
And Gansard's got past O'Brien. Brilliant move there from Doman Gansard. I didn't see it, but I assume this is quite a nice move. It looks this way, leading up to it, on the outside, going into turn 1. Oh, that was a good move. Well done, Doman Gansard. And he's moved up into 6th position. Yeah, here comes Michael Cracknell. He's going to take his first race victory in this series. And he's going to bring himself right back into championship contention. Michael Cracknell wins race 2 at Phillip Island. Fantastic drive from him. He profited from other drivers' mistakes, but he fully deserves that one after weeks of scoring solid podiums.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Apex Racing TV. We were just in the middle of qualifying for race 2, and yeah, Tyler, race 1 was pretty exciting.
Yeah, definitely. Good racing overall. Granted, there was a few mistakes by a few people, and they were able to come back and everything, especially Carl Jacqueline having that unfortunate incident. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens in race 2. I'm hoping it'll be the same scenarios. Well, I shouldn't say same scenarios. Sorry, Carl. Didn't mean to jinx you there. I think we'll have some good clean racing, but we'll see. Especially with the result clothing guys as well. They've been running fairly decent as well tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're just watching Jez Banks at the moment. Yeah, Jez done well in race 1 and managed to finish on the podium with a terrific third place finish. And yeah, it was unfortunate for Carl Jackley because he qualified in pole position, and yeah, just unfortunately just carried too much speed, or just lost the rear end in the middle of the corner, and just lost the rear end. He was just a passenger, and unfortunately went into the wall. But hopefully he can try and maybe try and make it through the race and finish well. And yeah, he's a when he's out, keeping out of trouble, he's more than capable more than capable of challenging for wins, I should say.
Yeah, definitely, and with how he races as well, I think he's got a great opportunity as well, especially in the Tuesday ones for our main series as well. So, I think Carl could still be able to get some confidence boost out of this racing tonight, especially when he's able right now. Currently, right now, he's ahead of Carl Hardy for qualifying by only 0.3 of a second. So, even just being able to be that quick enough to be able to get on the pole and try it, and as long as he can run clean, I think he'll get a lot of confidence boost out of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Still watching Jez Banks at the moment. It looks like Jez might be on a good lap at the moment, and hopefully they can put him right up there, maybe towards the top 3 or top 4, as he's just just braking for the final corner, and he's just got this last corner to go, and he should be, if he can get a good run in the exit of the corner, he should be on for a good lap.
Yeah, so on board right now, watching this right now.
That was a good lap. It puts him up into third place. So yeah, good lap from Jez, and up into the top 3 is just watching Graham Sessford as well. Coming across the line, Graham pops up into 10th position, and just waiting for the other guys to finish. David Dare's coming across the line. I'm not sure if he got a 1x or an X on his lap, but for some reason it didn't count his lap time. As Steve Cooley comes up for the line, and we see where this lap puts him. It should put him in. Puts him up into P3. So now, nice lap from Steve.
Still not a bad lap time at all. And right now we've got top 5 right now in the 205. Actually, six drivers in the 206s in the 205s, I should say. So very close group for these guys, and I think we'll have some really close racing this next one, as qualifying is starting to finish up now.
Yeah, absolutely. As the bottom left of your screen, you just thought we'd put a message up in the broadcast. Thanks, Marco, by the way. Put a message on the broadcast for the I get well soon message for Mick Barry, who unfortunately suffered a heart attack yesterday. So yeah, get well soon, Mick. Hopefully we see you back on track very soon. We're just waiting for anyone else to finish the qualifying lap, and excuse me, once everyone's done the qualifying laps, and once the session switches over to the race, we'll take you through the grid. Is there anything else that that we should expect to watch in this race, Tyler?
I think we should be probably seeing a little bit more cleaner racing, and hopefully less mistakes by some of the drivers. But I mean, especially with how the races have been going, a little bit of mistakes here and there. But I think we should have a pretty clean start for race number 2.
Absolutely. The grid's up on the screen right now. Carl Jackalate takes another pole position. Alongside him is Carl Hardy. Alongside Carl is Steve Cooley. Alongside Steve is Jez Banks. Behind Jez is John N. Roberts. Sixth place is David Ayres. 7th place is Craig Jones. 8th place is Simon Wotton. 9th place is Joe McDonald. And rounding out the top 10 is Graham Sessford.
Then John Moore is going to start in 11th. Nick McCarron in 12th. Steve Hefford in 13th. Gregory Gianni not taking a time, and starting in 14th, and then Constant Arthur not taking a time as well and starting 15th. Kip Cooper's in it. Kip Stevens is in the session, but he's more playing an admin role, I believe. I don't know if he is on the grid or not, but I know he's usually one of the main admins to keep an eye on things.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're just waiting for the cars to line up. I think Steve Cooley's had a disconnect from the session, possibly, as the lights. Oh, Cal Jackley jumped to start. As the lights go out, yeah, Cal Jackley jumped to start, and yeah, it looks like Cal will get a penalty for that. Anyway, Cal Jackley gets a great start. Cal Hardy gets a great start as well in second. Jez Banks in third. Behind him is John Robertson fourth as they head up to the final corner. Yeah, John Roberts is trying to make him trying to make a move.
Some contact.
Yeah, I heard some contact as well. As we're looking at Gregory Gianni as yeah, it looks like everyone's made it through turn one safely. As we're looking at John Roberts making a move on the outside of on the outside of Craig Jones, who gives a tap, but I don't think it was intentional. Some battling at the towards the midfield, but Carl Jackalay makes a brilliant start in it, leading the race. But unfortunately, I think Carl Jackalay will be getting a penalty for that jump start, so that should hand the lead in theory to Carl Hardy.
Yeah, and those we had a quick second of showing Steve Cooley coming out of the pits, and Cooley being able to get back in after that unfortunate disconnect. So Steve Cooley already one lap down not one. I don't think he's one lap down, but still having an unfortunate. Oh, he is one lap down. Yeah, after the unfortunate disconnect there, it's woo.
Oof, that was a bit.
Constant Arthur just having a little bit of a slide there, had to catch it, and boy, oh boy, is further up we got the two Result Clothing guys going at each other. David Ayers and Craig Jones going through the second chicane. Ooh, more contact in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. Mick Barry's in the YouTube chat as well, and he says thank you. He says thank you for the message, and yeah, he's sat in his bed watching the broadcast. So yeah, good to hear you're recovering, Mick, and hopefully we see you back on track very soon.
Yeah, we're definitely glad to hear that everything's going well with you, Mick. Definitely who's that? 57 had a little issue there. Let me look real quick. That was Simon Watton. But yeah, Mick, definitely we're glad to hear that you're doing a little bit better. It definitely was worrying us, so we're definitely keeping thoughts for you. Just definitely get better soon, all right?
Absolutely. We're just watching this battle between Steve Hefford, I believe it is. Steve Hefford making a move up this side. Makes a move with two car. Oh, is there a car running on the brakes?
Yeah, Watton got on the brakes a little too early there, and just couldn't be. He almost came to a full stop, and I believe that was Steve Hefford had nowhere to go. He couldn't, or either him or Nick McCarron, and just they had no chance to avoid it. So really unfortunate there.
Oh, John Roberts getting sideways.
Yeah, you don't want to touch the rumble strips. You don't want to go too far up on the rumble strips there, John. That's the one reason why, bud.
Yeah, absolutely. If you take too much of that inside curve, it will just try and spin the car around. As we're looking at Constant Arthur at the moment, trying to make a move on Joe McDonald for 8th place. It's quite a few battles going on through the field, and everyone seems to be, even though we're only about 2 laps into this race, it seems everyone just wants to start fighting early. I think we've got to move for the lead between Jez Banks and Carl Jackalay, but Carl Jackalay might get a slowdown for that.
Yeah, the suspension was definitely yelling at him. And I know this is probably the second to last lap that Carl's got to go into the pits for the jump start as well. I mean, unless he was able to get away with not having the jump start, that would be kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on board with Carl Jackalay at the moment, and I wonder if he'll go into the pits this time to serve his penalty. But will he go into the pits? No, he's staying out in track.
No, it doesn't look like it. So it looks like he'll have to pit next time by, unless Kip decides to take away the penalty. But I don't think Kip will do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Jez Banks is making a move on Carl Jackalay for the lead. Jez Banks is up the inside as I head down to turn one. Can Jez Banks hold on to it and hold on to the lead as Carl Jacqueline tries to hold on round the outside, but Jez Bank has made that move, signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yep. A great move, and then here comes Carl Hardy now on the inside, trying to see if he can make an opportunity getting around Jacqueline now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, almost wasn't going to be able to. Ooh, had a little bit of a late move there, but ooh, someone went off track. I heard, or it might have been. No, never mind. I thought someone went off track, but I think it was just John Roberts going a little wide there. It was probably the noise of the tires hitting the gravel.
We're just looking up at this battle for the lead between Jez Banks, Carl Jacqueline, Carl Hardy, and John Roberts, and not far behind John Roberts is David Ayres. So yeah, we could be at the moment as it stands. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car battle for the lead, but I think that should be down to 4 cars when contact.
Jacqueline and then Roberts. Wow. A lot of damage on the rear of Jez Banks, but man, that could have been ugly very quickly as Roberts is going to take an opportunity to get in the third, maybe even second.
Right. Oh, we've got
He's going to have He's going to have a little slowdown. He's got to have a slowdown. If not, that'll be very impressive move by John Roberts.
It looks like
it looks like he didn't, so that was a really impressive move there by John Roberts, able to take advantage. Wow.
Yeah, fair play to John. 2 cars in one move. Impressive.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, 6 goes a little off track there for just a little bit. A little bit more contact in the back.
Yeah, Jacqueline's in the pits this time, so yeah, he's in to serve his penalty on lap 3.
Yep, so that now moves the rest of the field up 1 spot now. As we're looking further back, but the battle in second right now. Carl Hardy looking on the outside now to see if he can make an opportunity. And looks like John's going to cut him off and not give him... that did not sound healthy. Someone got into the wall hard.
Yeah, I heard a bit of crunching as well.
Looks like it's David Ayres. Oh boy, 3 wide. Looks like 3 wide gone wrong.
Oh, it was
yeah.
It looked like it was contact between Hefford and David Ayres.
Yeah, I believe that was Steve Hefford. Yeah, Steve Hefford. I was wondering if that was who I thought it was. Really unfortunate there. 3 wide, gone wrong, and never ends well. Ooh, as we got the 15 run slow. Oh, never mind. Nick McCarron's a lap down, so he's just slowing up to let the others by.
Yep, just watching Joe McDonald at the moment. Joe McDonald currently running in 6th place, and he's not far away from this battle for the lead as we look back up at the front between Jez Banks, John Roberts, and Carl Hardy. The top 3, these 3 guys are battling for the win, but they're also kind of holding each other up because the other pack is starting to close on them.
Yeah, definitely. As John Roberts has just had a great run through there in the chicane. He's got a little bit better run, but he's top 3 now. John Roberts, Carl Hardy, and Jez Banks all fighting for all 3 in the podium positions, but having a really great battle for trying to get a win as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Roberts is still in second, and the 2 other cars behind them are starting to close them down. The 2 other cars behind them is Gregory Gianni and Constant Arthur. We could be on for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 battle car again for the lead. So yeah, these guys holding each other up is allowing Gianni and Arthur to catch up.
As Gregory Gianni goes quickest with the 204.3. Granted, that was in draft. And oh boy, here we go.
Roberts on the inside that takes the lead as Carl Hardy is down to as Roberts runs wide on the exit of turn 1.
Yeah, Jez Banks is going to take over that, and Gregory Gianni, and here goes Constant Arthur trying to look on an opportunity to get around Gregory Gianni. Oh, it's going to be very tight here. As looks like Gregory's got a whoa boy. That was Carl Hardy having a little moment there.
Yeah, it looks like Gianni's trying to go on the outside of Carl Hardy to take.
Looks like he pulls it off, and Constant Arthur's now going to Consular Arthur getting in the draft now. He's going to try to look on the inside. I don't know if he'll have a big enough run unless he does a little bit of late braking, which he does. Carl Harding backs off to let him by easily. But now he'll have to run back heading into the little bit quicker, the little faster chicane here. Coming into the right-hander. Woo! Great. Oh,
Scar spun in the
look out.
background.
Oh.
That's constant offer.
Oh, no. Yay.
Yeah, that was a bit of a pathetic rejoin from constant offer. He should have used his brain more.
Yeah, that was little bit on the scary side.
I know the French like to drink wine, but leave it until after the racing. Come on.
Yeah, and unfortunate for Kip. I mean, man, Kip had nowhere to go, but he's gonna have a slowdown because of that too. Oh, John locks up the brakes. Gets into the rear of the sticks. Yeah, man. Roberts is just the brakes are not cooperating. Contact. Little tap there. That was a little bit of contact. That could have been interesting. Wow, well, that's a nice little camera view.
Looks like Banks is trying to maybe bump draft Gianni and try and pull away from the car behind.
I don't know, but man, that's an interesting camera view there.
Yeah, that was a bit interesting. At least we got a detailed look inside the inside the engine.
Right.
So yeah, it looks like Gianni's managing to pull away from Banks, and yeah, that mistake from Roberts into the back of into the back of Banks kind of just allowed Gianni up there to pounce and take the lead.
Yeah, and pretty much this whole top 5 battle has now become literally top 2 as Gregory Gianni's pulling away from Yez Banks now. Yez is trying to reel him back in, but just looking at the lap times, looking at the splits, they're just right now. Gregory Gianni just having a much better run. So we're looking back now of a decent battle here between Craig Jones and John Moore. Oh, never mind. I should not have said anything. Yeah, I should not have said anything. Sorry, John. As he makes a little bit of a mistake and it goes a little wide, and yeah.
Yeah, and it's back up at the front. Gregory Gianni has managed to pull away from Jez Banks and build up that gap to around about 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, and it looks like Kip Cooper went purple in the last sector, so Kip Cooper's on a run as well.
Absolutely, just watching this battle for. Just watching this battle for third place between Carl Hardy, John Roberts, and in the background, I think that is Steve Hefford. So yeah, Hefford's managed to get through the field pretty quickly and is up into 5th place.
Yeah, definitely. As here comes Nick McCarron on probably fresher tires or whatnot when he was because he pitted during the a few laps ago as trying to just be cautious and let people by, and now he's got some fresh tires and he's wanting to get some race battles in and learn the car a little bit more with some traffic. So Nick McCarron's going to get involved in this little battle for a little bit, but John gets on the turtles a little too hard there and definitely got a little loose, but good catch though by John Roberts.
So it looks like looks like there's been issues for Simon Wharton
and what happened here?
I'm not sure. We're just looking at a replay.
Oh no! Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Oh, too much rumble strip. Look out! And smash.
Yeah, just looks like Wharton got sideways on the exit of the final corner and just took too much of that green stuff on the outside and just ended up spinning and hitting the wall, and that was it. As we look at Carl Hardy, completely wide off the track.
Way up on AstroTurf too.
Which is really slippy, and I'm surprised that he never got sideways. But yeah, Carl Hardy still running well in 3rd place, and just
Nick McCarron went way wide.
As John Roberts is trying to make a move up into this chicane.
Braking. Gonna make it stick. Wow. Great overtake. Ooh. Definitely throttle a little too, getting on the throttle a little early as he's spun the rear tires a lot lately. So definitely going to be interesting as here comes Steve Heffern now trying to look on the inside now of, oh boy, that was interesting. I thought for a second that both of them were going to hit John Roberts for a second.
Absolutely. As Gregory Gianni is just coming across the line to start his final lap, and we've still got some battles going on through the field. Steve Hefford is making a move on John Roberts, and it looks like
oh boy, this is an interesting push. They're giving each other a little bit of nudge. That was Kip Stevens giving a nudge to Carl Hardy. Carl Hardy giving a nudge to Steve Hefford. That was a 3-car train there for a moment. All got around John Roberts. So John Roberts going from 3rd place on the podium. Ooh, I heard someone sliding. I don't know if anyone. I don't see anyone. Oh no, there is one off track, and that is Nick McCarron again, as he is a lap down. And here goes Joe McDonald trying to see what he can do on getting around John Roberts. Oh, geez, John's on way wide. He is struggling with the car now, and McDonald easily takes advantage.
Absolutely, as Joe McDonald goes up into 6th place, and John Roberts falls back to 7th place. So, yeah, I'm not sure if Roberts is struggling with handling issues or if he's got some slight damages. As we look back up at the front at the battle for 4th place between Carl Hardy and Kip Cooper Stevens. So, just on board with Carl Hardy at the moment as well. And Carl Hardy is still sticking with Steve Hefford. So if he can get a good exit on the chicane, he could try and get a run on Steve. But I think Steve Hefford is slightly too far in front, possibly. As Kip
cuts the corner. And he was definitely blinking there, so boy, looks like he missed the quarter completely, and he'll probably end up taking the blank flag for cutting a corner, so he'll more than likely drop down the list a little bit, but we'll see. As coming down the start-finish line now for the checkered flag is going to be Gregory Gianni by almost 3 seconds to Yez Banks. Just absolute dominant performance as there goes Carl Hardy. Oh my god,
come on,
this is a simulator.
Come on, Carl,
oh my goodness.
I'm not sure what Carl was doing there. He kept his foot in it when he should have just pressed the brake.
I'm saying this now, but I can agree, but at the same time, I'm definitely going to say this. Thank God this is a simulator. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm just watching the replay now. I'm just trying to see what happened, and it looks like it was a bit of contact from Kip Stevens, possibly.
Yeah, let's see. Coming down to... Whoa! As Kip Stevens goes flying, trying to go flying by. Oh, big battle with... Oh, these guys were just going at it, going way...
Yeah, it was... I'm sorry to say, but that's just...
that's why Steve Hefford loses it. And just... Wow!
Yeah, that was pathetic from Carl.
My goodness. Yeah, thank God this is a simulator. My jeez.
I have to say, I looked at the replay of Kip Stevens and Steve Hefford screwing around. That was like watching driving standards in a rookie race on iRacing.
And wow. Man, just listen to the impact of the John Roberts took. My good.
As we're just waiting for the remaining cars to come across the line, and we'll take you through the results as we just wait for Simon Wotton to cross the line. And pretty eventful race, Tyler. I'm not sure about the driving from some of the guys towards the front on the last lap, screwing around. But I'll leave my honest opinion for another time, because you know what it's like. You don't want to upset people.
Yeah.
As results are up on your screen now. Gregory Gianni takes race 2. Second place is Jez Banks. Third place is Joel McDonald. Fourth place is Constant Arthur. 5th place is Graham Sessford. 6th place is Carl Hardy. 7th place is Craig Jones. 8th place is Carl Jackalate. 9th place is Steve Cooley. And rounding at the top 10 is Kip Stevens.
Then 11th is going to be John Moore. 12th place, Simon Watton is going to finish. Then Steve Hefford, John Roberts, and Nick McCarron all finishing one lap down, with Steve Hefford and John Roberts getting caught up in that big accident. And then David Ayers really unfortunate there, as making a big mistake and knocking himself out of the race. Really unfortunate there, finishing in 16th.
That's results of race 2. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Join us again for race 3, and we'll just head off for a commercial break. But rejoin. Don't forget to rejoin us in a few moments' time.
cleared. Punch it. Great job, you did really well.
Can Nikolai Bogotayev hold on to that lead? It's Gary Croft alongside him on the front row. And away we go here at Phillip Island for race 2 of the evening. And it's an awesome start. Who is that? Gary Croft is in the lead of the race currently. Brenton O'Brien in second place. Dom Gansak got an awesome start. It's a poor start for Nikolai Bogotayev though. And so round turn 1. It's all very, very close between those top 3. Jamie McKnight trying to get involved as well. He's moved up into 4th place. It's an awful start for Bogotayev.
Oh, Johnny Brandon, where is he going?
Whoa! And it's the championship leader, Johnny Brandon, off the circuit. He's dropped right to the rear of the field, just further up. That's Foggy going side by side with someone. It's also side by side potentially with second position. Doman Gantar trying to get the move. Jamie McKnight's all over the place, and they could be 3 wide. And there's a car on the grass somehow not making contact with the drivers going through the hairpin. It's a crazy start. Jamie McKnight has moved up into second position now, second in the championship. And whilst his main championship rival is in the grass, he's made an awesome start. Foggy just leads.
Oh, there's crash, there's a big crash.
Oh dear, the leading
Croft
two.
and
It's
McKnight.
Croft and McKnight. What an incredible start to this race. And they are both in the grass. And Jake McKnight, just as it looked like he could make up a whole heap of points on Johnny Brandon, just made a bit of contact, avoidable from both. And it leaves Brenton O'Brien in the lead of this race.
They didn't hold off with their, the gloves were off because they were beating and banging, as Bingham also has got some trouble. He's dropping fast, and now we have a 3-way.
Cracknell in the lead.
Cracknell is in the lead, and look at that, because Foggy still hasn't gone around O'Brien there, and Gantar is in 4th, Mass is in 5th place. What a fantastic start. It's all happening.
What a lap from Michael Cracknell. He's gone from 4th to
Foggy!
1st, and Foggy is nearly off the circuit. He might still pull off the move though. This would be incredible. Trying to push him off, and there's more contact. And O'Brien is off the circuit. He's going to get a slowdown, and this could be really costly for him and Foggy, because round the outside goes Toman Gantar, surely to take the second position in this race. Side by side through the final corner, and across the start-finish line they go. This is an incredible first opening couple of laps. It does mean that Michael Cracknell has got a 2-second lead, but they're side by side. Brenton O'Brien versus Damon Gantar. Brenton O'Brien started in 3rd position. He had an awesome start, but Gantar is trying to get the move done. He can't get it done. He can get it done. O'Brien down into 3rd position as we see more cars off in the background. I think that's Bogotayev.
I think it's Jackson, and we see, oh no, crash again in the back.
Car.
Whiting and Brandon.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's still
Terrible.
changes for position in second position, by the way. We should just cut to this, I think, quickly. O'Brien has got back, and Foggy's trying to get the move as well. So O'Brien, is in second position. He's somehow caught back up to Gantar, and Gantar's lost another position here to Foggy, has he? Yes, he has. So Gantar, from a really strong second position, he's lost it again. Yeah, Jackson trying to get that move currently on Alex Mass in 5th position.
Jackson is around. Oh, he saved it maybe, yes, but he's losing a lot of time.
Brian is giving Michael Cracknell a huge helping hand for potentially his first race victory of this season, because he is now 4 seconds out in the lead. Back comes Nico Foggy though. Down the inside, he's going to have the outside for the next one. They're going to be so deep on the brakes here. And Foggy is all the way round. Can he just push him off ever so slightly? Brenton O'Brien, because Foggy will have the inside for the next corner if he can't do so. And Foggy is going to have the inside for the next corner. And Foggy is up into second position now.
Oh, Klusterman, Gantar. Gantar is around. Klusterman went into the grass, lost a couple of positions. No damage for him, but Gantar is down to P15. Man, Sam, the action is non-stop in the second race. We need a split screen, absolutely.
Yeah, a few screens, don't we? That was, whose fault was that? Oh, Gantar just spun ahead of policeman, to be fair. And wasn't a whole lot he could do. It does mean that Alex Mass, remember, in his first ever feature race is running in P4. What a performance this is.
Uh-oh, big damage for Tony.
What's happened to him again?
I think he got some damage from that contact there. Oh, his teammate pushes him out. Oh, man. Wow, it's all happening. We are only 6 laps in, and we see Now Mas in third place on the inside of the first corner. Fantastic move by Mason O'Brien.
Oh, Warming's got ahead of O'Brien, sorry.
Yeah, O'Brien I think is in the grass because his name is flashing in red.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he's spun around.
Oh, that's so annoying for Brenton O'Brien. Has Warmingham gone and hit him here? I wonder if he has. Oh, was there a little bit of a tap there? I'm not quite sure. If there was, then it was very innocent there from Richard Warming.
So yeah, I mean, halfway through the race, 16 of 32, I think if they are changing tires, this is the moment that they have to stop. As we see, Warmingham throwing his car, and Mas is around, I think.
Oh no, that's so disappointing for Alex Massey. He hasn't lost any positions though. Johnny Brandon, yeah, just behind. Oh, and actually, Warmingham letting him back past, and he's going to let past his teammate.
He has damage.
Oh, that's clumsy from Richard Warmingham.
I think he has damage.
Yeah.
Onboard view of the crash. Thank you, Sam Kumo, behind the cameras. Yeah, front contact, definitely. So he didn't hit with his. No, he was just waiting for his opponent. Yeah, that was a clumsy mistake, Sam. You are completely right.
Yeah, and you'll see, just he gets on the power on the grass.
It would be just a small thing, but I think if Ma stays out, he will lead his first lap. No, he's in, so no. I'm wrong even in the little things. Oh, he's around! No, this was on you, Sam. I'm sorry. You just talked about it.
Damien Gansard trying to get the move here on, trying to defend. No, sorry, trying to get the move on Alex Mass. Sorry about that. And yeah, Gansard down the inside, Mass around the outside, almost off the circuit. And can he possibly get the car stopped? Yes, he can. A little bit sideways on the apex. Gansard, though, as we've seen so many times this race, if you can just carry the speed around that hairpin, you get a nice little run into this one. And as he goes down the inside Doman, he might just be able to pull ahead. No, he won't be able to. Alex Mass is sticking in there. What a brilliant debut performance this is from him. Apart from a little bit of spin on the pit entry, he has been absolutely superb. And Doman Gansard, I sometimes doubt his race car. Boy, was that good, Marco. He is up into 7th position.
I mean, he would like to get another position that would benefit, and of course, McKnight being one of the championship contenders, would be nice to put some points on him as well. Oh, Tony on the outside drifting wildly. That was a bit too much, I think, and this will give a little bit of respite for McKnight in order to catch his breath for a bit and maybe fend off other lunges from Kusterman later in the race.
And Gansard's got past O'Brien. Brilliant move there from Doman Gansard. I didn't see it, but I assume this is quite a nice move. It looks this way, leading up to it, on the outside, going into turn 1. Oh, that was a good move. Well done, Doman Gansard. And he's moved up into 6th position. Yeah, here comes Michael Cracknell. He's going to take his first race victory in this series. And he's going to bring himself right back into championship contention. Michael Cracknell wins race 2 at Phillip Island. Fantastic drive from him. He profited from other drivers' mistakes, but he fully deserves that one after weeks of scoring solid podiums.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Apex TV. Yeah, you join us for the race 3, the last race of the evening, and Tyler, that was race 2 was pretty interesting, especially on the last lap with some interesting driving, let's just say.
Yeah, it was good racing for the first half, and then that finish though, boy. There's definitely some times where you're kind of glad that the accidents that happen are in a simulator and not in real life, because if that was in real life, if that wreck happened in real life, I think it's definitely safe to say that that John Roberts would not be running race 3 if that happened in real life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're just coming into the closing stages of qualifying. At the moment, Carl Hardy is on pole position from Jez Banks in second, Carl Jackley in third. Fourth place is Craig Jones. Fifth place is John Roberts. Sixth place is Joe McDonald. Seventh place is Graham Sessford. And eighth place is Steve Cooley. Ninth place is Jake Johansson. Not seen him. He must have just joined right now. And right there at the top 10 is Simon Wotton. Qualifying just finished. Just waiting for other people that are on their last lap to finish the qualifying laps. And once that's done, we will take you through the grid. And for once, for the first time this season, season, I should say, Tyler, it looks like we're not going to have a night race.
Yeah, which is kind of shocking, but I think the only reason why, though, and I kind of understand it, is because Imola does not have a lot of illuminating light. So if they try to run a night race, it can be very catastrophic, I guess I could say at times. Or it might have been just an accidental mistake with the session, but it's still going to be some good practice overall for these drivers, and they're going to take every opportunity they can.
Absolutely, as we're just looking at Jez Banks at the moment, who's currently sitting in second, and yeah, I think there's still some people in the qualifying laps still to finish him. We're just looking at one of the people right now, Jake Johansson, and currently sitting in ninth place at the moment, but it looks like he's on a good lap at the moment, which could put him up towards the front possibly as he comes across the line and tries to shorten the run as much as possible to get as much of a good lap time as possible as he comes across the line, and just pops himself up into ninth place as we switch to Simon Wotton at the moment. He's coming across the line to finish his lap. So is Carl Jackley. Carl Jackley just coming across the line. What will he do? And it looks like he does a 206.7, and it looks like a 205.6. Sorry, as pops him up into third place as Wotton comes over the line, and he does a 209.9. It puts him up into 10th place, and also as we switch to Steve Cooley as well. Cooley's coming into the pits, so he abandons his lap. I wonder if there's anyone else in the lap that I can see. There's only a few other people I think it's on a lap. Carl Jackley, John Roberts, and Nick McCarron, and once the countdown starts, or once the countdown finishes, I should say, we'll take you through the grid. Also, as well, for anyone that's asking if anyone's asking what the green colours and the blue colours are, I'll quickly explain to you what they are. Is if you could put the class list the class list up on the list, the stream, if possible, Marco. I was just saying if you can put the class list up on the stream, if possible, Marco. As the green colour and the blue colours, I was quickly explain. The green colours is the arm drivers. So the arm drivers, or the arm class, is basically class where the drivers are not as quick. The blue colour is for pros. Pro drivers are basically the real quick drivers in the series, or in the Mazda series on BSR. Hopefully that explains it. And the grid's up on the screen as we speak. Carl Hardy takes pole position. Second place is Jez Banks. Third place is Carl Jackley. Fourth place is Craig Jones. Fifth place is Steve Cooley. Sixth place is John Roberts. Seventh place is Joe McDonald. Eighth place is Graham Sessford. Ninth place is Jake Johansson. And rounding at the top 10 is Simon Wotton.
And John Moore is going to be starting in 11th. Steve Hefford in 12th. 13th is going to be Kip Cooper, and then 14th is going to be Nick McCarron. 15th is going to be Luis Morga, and rounding out the 16 car field is going to be Ryan
Evans. We're just waiting for the grid to line up, and just waiting for the grid to line up, or any cars to join the grid. waiting for Kip Stevens, but I think he's starting at the back due to doing some of the admin work, the admin stuff as well, as just waiting for the lights to come on, and we will be underway with the last race of this evening. And the lights are off, and away we go. As yeah, Cal Hardy gets a good start off the line. So does Jez Banks. So does Cal Jacqueline. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see who has the lead into turn one. As Jez Banks is on the outside of Cal Hardy, and Jacqueline is not far behind. Is right behind them. As Cal Hardy goes up the inside and manages to hold off Jez Banks into turn one.
Great start to the race right now. Everyone making it through cleanly, and it looked like a little bit ago, Craig Jones is going to be able to get the run, and Carl Jacolette's falling back a little bit. I wonder if he had an off track somewhere and had a slowdown penalty. He's really fallen back as Joe McDonald and a few others are getting run. Jake Hansen, Simon Watton. My goodness, this is interesting.
Yes, Cal Jacqueline. Looks like he did it. Oh, it's Steve Hefford spun.
That's not good. And that was Craig Jones involved as well.
No, it wasn't Steve Hefford. That was Was it Steve Hefford? I don't think it was. Car 72 was John Moore.
Oh, and Craig Jones just loses it all by himself. And it looks like Jan Moore also looped it around as well.
Yeah, so yeah, some people having some issues in the early stages of the races. It looks like John Roberts has got a slowdown possibly. Has he got a slowdown? It looked like he got a slowdown, but it might have just been my eyes deceiving me. But so everyone's made it through as Carl Hardy goes completely wide on the exit of the chicane, so that might be a slowdown possibly. Yeah, it is a slowdown as he lets John Roberts go. Carl Hardy just ran completely wide on the exit of the chicane, so that allows Jez Banks up into the first, and John Roberts up into second.
Yeah, taking a big advantage. And Carl Hardy's really lost a lot of time there as Cooley's closing in on Carl Hardy now. From what actually no, sorry, it's still about a 1.5 second gap. But yeah, as Joe McDonald though, he's closing in on Steve Cooley as he's got like literally 1/10 of a second gap, and it's closing even more now.
Yeah, absolutely. As I'm just looking at the lap times as they come across the line. Jez Banks does a 2:10.9, but yeah, those will go down as the race goes on. That was just some of the times on the first lap that I was looking at. So my apologies. I thought that was I was looking at I was thinking of the wrong times that they were doing around here, which is bad of me. But yeah, as we look back up at the front at 5th position, Joe McDonald, and yeah, he's really challenging Steve Cooley.
Yeah, it's cool. It was McDonald getting around Cooley before, but now it's the opposite. Now it's Cooley's gonna hang on the inside line. Joe McDonald's trying to do the overcut, but it's not gonna work out for him. He might get the momentum, but it'll be interesting as it looks like now Carl Hardy's gotten around John Roberts as well, and John Roberts is gonna try to work the outside line and got enough momentum to get around him for second again.
Yeah, absolutely. As I look at John Roberts as well, I wonder if John Roberts keeps out of trouble in this race, he might be able to challenge for the win possibly. But Jez Banks has got a slowdown possibly. John Roberts has caught up to him really quickly as Roberts is going for the move.
You're coming in the chicane now. Jez Banks hangs on for now, but it looks like a little bit cleaner run but through there by John Roberts, so he might have an opportunity to close in the gap.
Absolutely. As the top 3 cars are battling for the lead, but not far behind these top 3 cars is Steve Cooley and Steve Cooley and Joe. Say it again. Steve Cooley, Joe McDonald, and Carl Jacqueline. Or Steve Cooley and Joe McDonald, I should say. My bad.
Oh, Luis Morga is falling down the list. Look like he might be having some kind of issue.
Absolutely. As Joe McDonald's got a run on Steve Cooley as they head down the home straight, and I wonder if Joe will try and make a move.
I think he's gonna hold off.
Oh, Joe thought about it.
Last second too, boy.
As John Roberts is challenging Banks for the lead, and yeah, it looks like yeah, Jez Banks managed to open up a bit of a gap, and it just shrunk again. So I'm not sure if Banks got a slowdown or if he just made a mistake. But yeah, it's what it has done is allowed Roberts and Hardy to catch up to them, and also it's allowed Steve Steve Cooley and Joe McDonald to catch up as well. So we've got a 5 car battle for the lead.
Yeah, here goes. Looks like now John Roberts is gonna have to run. He's gonna look on the inside,
Roberts on the
late
inside.
braking, but gets a little bit of a slide, but will be able to have the momentum to stay ahead for now. As here goes Yes Banks now on the trying to make it on the inside. He's gonna do the undercut. Nope, as he lets off a little bit to give him the room. Great pass by John Roberts.
Yeah, that was a great pass by John Roberts. He managed to get up the inside and he managed to hold the move. So yeah, great move by John Roberts. That was a nice precise timing move. As the head down to the final few corners as well, and Banks is managing to keep with Roberts, and I wonder if Banks will try and make a move on Roberts as they go onto the home straight. If Banks can keep with Roberts, he could try and make a move into turn one. But we all know that John Roberts is not an easy guy to get by, and he doesn't make it easy for people.
Yeah, absolutely is. Yes, Banks now getting the run on the inside line, and he should have the opportunity here. He's heading into the first corner.
Banks is up the inside, and it looks like Banks is up the inside, and the Roberts leaves just enough room for both of them to get through turn one, and here we go again. It's Banks against Roberts, and Hardy's right behind them as well, and Cooley and McDonald as well. So yeah, this is a fantastic racing title. Was it Roberts? This? Oh, jeez.
Close. He is going to get the undercut though. Oh,
Roberts
going to have the error on the. A little bit of contact. Squeezes Roberts wide. And there he goes. Oh, actually, no, he saved it. Oh, my. Well, so much for the camera angle not telling us what happened. Boy, oh boy, what a save!
I bet that woke Roberts up in a hurry.
Yeah, most definitely.
Just looking at this battle as well, up on the screen for anyone that missed it is we've got the ARM and the Pro class on the top of the screen. The green colours is the ARM class, as you can see. The blue colours is the Pro class. The ARM class in green is the class for the drivers that are not so quick as some of the pro guys or just kind of are not always up at the front. And the pro class in blue is the guys that are really quick in the MX5 and are always up at the front and always doing well. It's kind of basically the ARM drivers are separated into their own class. It gives the ARM drivers in a way a chance to, even if they're not up at the front, it gives them a chance to still do well, but in their own classes we see on a Tuesday night.
As looks like Carl Hardy went a little wide there, running the gravel trap in the last corner. As Banks is in the lead, but here comes Joe McDonald and Carl Hardy. Oh boy, I was waiting for them to go and split it 3 wide.
Oh, McDonald's trying to make a move.
Jeez. They're trying to make it go 3 wide. Ooh, wow, what a move! And it looks like is gonna have to run, but here comes Cooley on the end.
Yeah,
Cooley had nowhere to go. Cooley had nowhere to go. He had to check up big time and not run into the both of them. So boy, oh boy, already it's getting interesting.
That was a bit what it has allowed these guys scrapping what it has allowed John Roberts to do is to catch back up to them, and also we've got a 1, 2, 3, 5 car battle for the lead again, and also Carl Jackley is not far behind.
Yeah, and Carl Jackolette's closing in, and this could get really. Ooh, yes, big little line.
Whoa, that was a heart and mouth moment.
Exactly.
As a yeah, oh, I thought it was a that made me clench, and I'm not even racing.
Most definitely.
As
Boy,
a
oh boy, that was crazy.
as a yeah, Joe McDonald has managed to scamper right up to the back, managed to scamper away a little bit, and catch right up to. Oh, Joe McDonald just sideways.
Wow. That's really unfortunate there
Oh,
by Joe
don't spin it,
McDonald.
Joe.
Yeah, had a little bit of an issue trying to get back on track, but he is up and running.
As a John Roberts is making a move up the inside of Jez Banks, up the inside into the the second to last corner. That was a great move by John Roberts. Absolutely perfect, or absolutely brilliant, I should say.
Most definitely is.
But I'm sorry to interrupt, Tyler. I'll let you finish.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, just Carl Hardy's probably loving this huge battle as he's pulling away. But here we go, 2x2 for fourth, second through fifth, and it's gonna be interesting to see how long this lasts.
Absolutely, as Roberts is right up to the back of Jez Banks. But yeah, as you say, Tyler, what's contact behind then?
Oh, that was Steve Coley and Carl Jacqueline. Coley's trying to get back up and running and trying to make sure they'll avoid the rest of the guys. And it's going to be a clean rejoin from him, but man, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, as we just look at a replay, I should say, of Cooley and Jackley. It just looked like Cooley caught the grass a little bit on the entry to turn one and just got sideways, and unfortunately, Carl Jackley was just the innocent party.
Yeah, absolutely. Just real unfortunate there. And pretty much now it's a two-car battle for second right now. Cooley and Yes Banks after each other. And now they got to try to see if they can even work together now and try to catch up to Carl Hardy, who's leading this thing.
Yeah, Carl Hardy. I'm looking at the gap between Carl Hardy and the gap. Carl Hardy to John Roberts is about 3 seconds, 3.4 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, and it looks like it might be closing as well. So if these guys can start running some really good lap times, they have a good opportunity on possibly catching up.
Absolutely. I think if I was Jez Banks, I would try and work together with John Roberts just for maybe a lap or two to try and catch up to Carl Hardy. Because I'm looking at John Roberts' lap times, and he's kind of probably Carl Hardy. Well, Carl Hardy's last lap was a 206.8, 206.8. Roberts' last lap was a 207.7, but I know that Roberts can go quicker than that if Banks and Roberts work together, and I think but they have to try and catch up to Carl quickly because time's running out.
Yeah, definitely is. There's only about right now, about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the race. And they're right now on lap 6, so probably about 2 more laps, and then they'll be. And so not a lot of time left for them to try to make opportunities. So 2 laps to go in the race. They've got to make it.
Absolutely. I think just looking at the gap now, Carl Hardy is still got a 2.5 second gap to John Roberts. So, and just looking at Roberts sideways.
Oh boy, that was close.
That might have just gave Carl Hardy the advantage he needs to just maintain that gap, and I think that's the chance of these guys catching up to Carl Hardy just gone.
Absolutely, and it's unbelievable, but just really unfortunate there. Just gets in there aggressive, and the car just goes loose immediately. Good save by John Roberts, though. That could have been really disastrous.
Yeah, I have to say I was 10 out of 10 for holding that slide for John Roberts. I was quite impressed by that, but allowed Jez Banks back up to second place. And I wonder if Jez Banks can try and catch Carl Hardy, but with only one more lap to go, one more lap to go, I believe it is. I think time's running out for Jez Banks, and Carl Hardy he's running about the same pace as he's running the same pace about the same pace, I should say, as Jez Banks and John Roberts. So these guys are going to have to get a move on.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, if Carl Hardy can keep that up, it's going to be game over for these two. As they're doing everything they can to try to catch up, but Carl Hardy's just running really smooth. Does go a little off there, but at the same time, he's just pulling a decent gap on Yes Banks and John.
Absolutely. As yeah, Carl Hardy comes across the line to start the last lap, and I'm looking at the gap behind Carl, and it's came down a little bit. It's about 2.3 seconds or 2.7 seconds, I should say. But it seems to be going up and down. It seems to be jumping between 2.3 and 2.6. So I think Robertson Banks scrapping away has saved Carl Hardy a little bit. And if Carl Hardy can get around this last lap, he should be able to hold on and win this race.
Yeah, definitely, especially with how they're battling right now. It's gonna be interesting to see if they can even catch up.
Absolutely, as just watching the battle between just just watching the battle between Roberts and Jez Banks for second place, and look in the background as well, catching them quickly as Kip Stevens. So yeah, if these guys keep scrapping away, Kip could be catching up to these guys reasonably quickly.
Yeah, definitely, and can't count out Kip at all, and especially with how quick of a racer he is as well. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Carl. Not Carl. So, oh, I apologise for that. Sorry, Tyler, for interrupting you. John Roberts catches the grass.
Oh, look out! Another big save.
That'll be a slowdown for John, I think. Maybe not a slowdown.
I don't think so, especially with how slow he was going trying to save it. I think that if it did, it was going to be very quick.
Carl Hardy's managed to keep it on the track and maintain that gap, and he's coming up to the final few corners. If he can just get through the final few corners, he'll hold on to win the last race of the evening. As Jez Banks is right behind John Roberts. Stevens tries to make a move up the inside of Jez Banks, but Jez Banks has that line covered as Carl Hardy's about to come across the line and win the final race of the evening, and an absolutely fantastic drive from Carl. He managed to scamper away and build up a gap while the other guys were battling away behind him. Absolutely fantastic drive from Carl for Result Clothing.
Yeah, definitely great run for him, and that's a good way to finish for him and the rest of the Result Clothing.
Absolutely. As just waiting for the remainder of the cars to come across, Greg Sessford comes across to finish in 7th, and Steve Hefford finishes in 8th, Steve Cooley finishes in 9th. Just waiting for Simon Wotton to cross the line, and just waiting for John Moore to cross the line as well, and we should be over and done with race 3. As just watching John Moore coming across or coming around the final few corners to finish the final race of the night. And I have to say, Tyler, that was that was an absolutely fantastic way to round off the evening.
Yeah, it definitely is. That was really, really great racing overall by everyone. Crazy big saves as well. So it's definitely an unbelievable run.
Absolutely, I believe that's everyone across the line now. So yeah, just wait for the results to pop up on your screen, and we will take you through the results for the final race of the evening here at Imola. So yeah, Carl Hardy, just a absolutely fantastic drive. Takes a win in the final race of the evening for Result Clothing. John Roberts finishes in 2nd. Jez Banks finishes in 3rd. Kip Stevens finishes in 4th. 5th place is Nick McCarron. 6th place is John McDonald. 7th place is Graham Sessford. 8th place is Steve Hefford. 9th place is Steve Cooley. And round out your top 10 is Simon Wotton.
Yep, and then Jan Moore finishing in 11th. Carl Jacquelet in 12th. Luis Morga in 13th. Jake Johansson in 14th. Craig Jones, unfortunately, having get involved in that wreck and finishing 15th. And then Ryan Evans not taking the race at all in 6th.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that's the final race of the evening out the way. And we're just looking to see if there's anyone on Discord that wants to be interviewed, or if you want to be interviewed and you're watching the broadcast, just nip onto the Discord channel and just pop into interview waiting area the channel, and we'll drag you in for an interview. But Tyler, that race was absolutely fantastic, and it was a great way to round out the evening. And I have to say, the MX5s around here is absolutely it's a good taster for tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely some crazy racing, that was for sure. So unbelievable though, and great racing by a lot of the drivers, and it was some really fun to watch.
Absolutely. I think somewhere on the Discord now, Steve Cooley's in the interview channel, so once we get him in, we'll have a word with him. Joining us now is Steve Cooley, and Steve, that looked like a pretty good night for you.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mixed bag. Had VR problems in the first race, tracking issues, so at one point I ended up outside the car, which wasn't very nice. Second race, I think it's in some sort of connection problem, qualified third and started from the pits. Enjoyed that last battle there, but unfortunately I got punted. But that's like, but yeah, good night. Good night.
Good to hear. And what did you think of Imola in the MX5? Was it a good track for good car and track combo from your point of view?
It's a track that you really need to be aggressive on to get a good time. But then at the same time, the grip can be quite poor. So yeah, it's a tricky track. And there was a lot of good racing on it though, which I didn't expect. So yeah, I think it was a pretty good match with the MX5 actually.
Good to hear. Is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to and a thank you to? Any sponsors, any people, anyone in particular?
No, I think there's a bit of a shame. I hear Mick Barry's not well tonight, so I think the grid's a bit sort of weaker without him. So get well soon, Mick. And anyone that couldn't race tonight, I hope everything's okay for you guys. You'll definitely miss tonight. And for anyone else that's listening and wanting to join us on Monday night, check us out.
Absolutely, I'll have to agree with that. And also get well as well. As well, Mick. I was sad to hear about his health issues, and I hope he gets well soon and gets back on track. And I'm sure everyone, me, Tyler, and Marco, absolutely agree with you, Steve.
That's great. Cheers, guys.
All right, thanks very much. I'm just looking to see if there's anyone else in Discord that wants an interview, and can't see anyone. So yeah, I think we'll call that a wrap, as I can't see anyone else. But yeah, also other series that have been broadcast this week on Apex Racing TV. Later tonight, the Ritmatech series heads to Sonoma Raceway for round 3. Tomorrow is also the BSR MX5 Tuesday League from Imola, which will be broadcast on Apex Racing TV and also on the iRacing network, I believe. Also, we've got the iRacing Le Mans series on Wednesday at Spa. We've got the World F3 Championship on Wednesday as well at Silverstone. Also on Thursday, they've got the Dynamics Sim Racers World GT Series from Mount Panorama at Bathurst, which should be awesome fun. And then on Thursday as well, you have got the BSR Radical Series from Imola as well. So yeah, everything seems to be heading to Imola. And then we've got the Euro V8 Supercar Series from Le Mans for the endurance event. So, the endurance event, I believe, Marco. Yep, Marco's just letting me know. And on Sunday we have the Apex Racing League Formula Renault 3.5 League. What's our colleague Sam Fitzpatrick and your good self Marco will be commentating on. And what track is that at, Marco? What's that, Circuit of the Americas, or COTA as it's known in short for it, in America or in the Formula 1 scene. So yeah, plenty of some other sim racing stuff on the Apex Racing TV and plenty of other sim racing fixes. So yeah, Imola, sorry, my bad. As I say, plenty of other sim racing series and leagues to keep you occupied and get your sim racing fix for. So yeah, check out those broadcasts during the week on Apex Racing TV. So yeah, thanks to everyone that's been watching. That's a good night from me and Tyler, and me, Tyler, and Marco, I should say. My apologies, Marco. So yeah, it's goodbye from us, and we will see you next time.